Hey y'all, I'm back and I thought I would do a little update. I'm always getting into all kinds of do-it-yourself little projects and I haven't had much time, but I still managed to get one in. So, our countertops. And I'll try to maybe insert a picture of the before, but this is the after, and we've had them painted for, let's see, almost 3 months. Or just at about 3 months, something like that. We moved into this house mid-May. It's now mid-August, and it was just like shortly after we moved in, I painted the countertops. So I used a kit called Giani Bombay Black, and I'm really satisfied with the results. Like I said, it's been almost 3 months, and so far, the only issue I've had were caused by myself. So right here I got a little bit of I dripped a little bit of glue, what's it called, super glue, and it was a cheap super glue, and so I hurried up and I grabbed a heavy duty like green scour pad, bad idea, and I quickly tried to rub it off because when I rubbed the rag across it wasn't gonna work, and you can see that didn't work either, so it just kind of made it dull. So I plan to fix that. I'll probably do touch-ups once or twice a year, so I'm just gonna wait. No hurry right now. I have all my stuff back on the counter. I have this is pretty heavy duty. I have it on there, no issues, no indentations, but I also waited, I think I waited 2 weeks. I waited a week before doing much on it at all, and I waited 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks I think it was, before I actually put stuff back on the counter. So you can see there was that happened, this happened, but again, one of my kids did this, and I haven't been able to figure out who did it or what they did, but you can see somebody just, I don't know if they took a knife and just cut down on it just to be ornery or what, but anyway, I have that little area to touch up now, thanks to them. And you can see a little line here and some imperfections. Those were actually on the counter before I painted it. I also went really dark on the counter. You can see all this is really good. I haven't had any issues, and I get things pretty wet, especially back here. No issues there, no issues here. I went heavy on the black, and then these lines I created just to kind of, I wanted like it to have some kind of little imperfections. That way, as these get beat up, you won't, it won't look as noticeable, if that makes sense. So far, I really like them. I'm really happy with them. My husband isn't a huge fan because he's used to taking dishes and different things, and even though they're hot, sitting them on this, and I'm always paranoid and tell him do not do that, because I watched another YouTube review where somebody had sat a hot pot off the oven onto the counter, and it bubbled up and scorched it, burned it basically. So my husband isn't a big fan of that, but I think the solution is he will probably end up making me a table. You can see the width of my kitchen here. A table maybe long but skinny right in here, just wooden table. So that way if we have something that's hot that could potentially melt the paint and we need to get it out of our way quickly, as you can see, we don't really have anywhere to sit it. So it would be nice to have a table there on wheels probably, so that way if need be I can slide it out of the way or slide it around the kitchen wherever I'm working. But again, really satisfied with the results, and I would definitely do it again if I had the opportunity. So I hope you find this helpful, and if you have any questions, just comment down below. It was very simple to do. The kit is really straightforward. You can find other videos about that just from people who've done it themselves, and you can find videos from Giani, instructional and tutorial videos all over YouTube. So, and if you're like me, I watched almost 100 of them before I started this project because I really didn't want to mess them up. But you can see I actually ended up, not during the application process, but afterwards was how I ended up messing them up. So do not take a scour pad, or it will kind of scour off the finish, the glossy finish. Oh, and the finish that I have on this is a sparkly top coat. I'm not sure if you can tell. You can see all the little tiny pieces of sparkle, but they just look like little kind of silver dots until the light shines on them at a certain angle, like kind of direct light, which I don't get much direct light in this kitchen anyway, and then they'll really kind of sparkle. But my husband was worried about that. I was a little unsure about it. He's like, I don't want sparkly countertops, but you can see they're not very sparkly. Now, if you had a kitchen that got a lot of direct sunlight, you can see we have sunlight coming in here, and we didn't even have this much sunlight. What we spent the weekend, my husband cut down all the trees and the limbs off of the trees, and we moved them and are working on disposing of them to let more sunlight back behind our house. And then we have the most sunlight we get is usually through this door right here. So then it'll look really sparkly there, kind of in the mornings. But I'm just rambling, so if you have any questions, just comment down below and let me know.